So firstly, hello. Thank you all so much for joining us. This is our first wellness webinar of this kind, so we're so excited to have you all here. My name is Danielle Cahill, and I'm a student social worker working with the Melanoma Network. I've been working closely with Mary Zawodzki, the patient care specialist, who I'm sure many of you know well. To begin this event, I would like to introduce the Melanoma Network of Canada. So the network was founded in 2009 to respond to the need for patients in Canada to have a nationally based organization that coordinates educational and prevention efforts, provides a strong voice for advocacy, and assists in efforts to target funding for melanoma research. We currently offer many educational and support services and would love for you to reach out to us if there's any way we can assist you in your journey. Our phone number, email address, and website can be found in the chat for your convenience. Please note that for your privacy, we will be turning all of your mics off, but you're still more than welcome to share or ask questions in the chat or to use the reaction buttons, which can be found at the top right of your screen. This session will also be recorded and shared on our website, so you can view it again. And we will be holding a brief question period at the end of the event. So with no further ado, facilitating tonight's events are Tara and Ty. Tara is a 200 and 300-hour certified yoga instructor as well as a melanoma survivor, and she's faced many complications along her journey. Ty is a Sudanese refugee and social activist who is also certified in many areas of yoga, such as hatha, vinyasa, and restorative, just to name a few. And with that, I will now pass the virtual mic over to Tara, who will share her story and her journey and lead us in a gentle yoga session linking the mind, body, and breath.
Hello, hi, thank you for having me here, Danielle. I appreciate it. I'm very happy to be here. So my story begins in 2010 when I was diagnosed with lupus nephritis. So that's an autoimmune disease. It attacked my kidneys and put me into acute kidney failure. So luckily that all resolved with medications and immunosuppressants. So I was kind of recovered from that. And then in 2018, we found a mass here at the base of my neck. It was found to be benign, and then that was removed surgically because it was quite large. And then at the end of 2018 is when I found this small nodule just below my right shin. It honestly looked like a pimple. I even tried to squeeze it because I'm a squeezer, and it did not pop. So it just kind of was there. And then I did go to the dermatologist who was not worried about it. So she just kind of said to come back if anything changes. And then it did change over the next couple of months, went back for a biopsy, and then it came back as invasive malignant melanoma. So I went for a wide excision margin, and then that came back showing that it was 5 millimeters deep, which is quite deep for melanoma, and it was a nodular type. So I went to the cancer center to see a surgeon, and she, basically said it's going to be about 6 weeks for surgery to take place because they're so busy. And we were really uneasy waiting for 6 weeks, knowing how fast melanoma can spread. We were basically begging to be seen earlier. We even went to our dermatologist and asked her if she can refer us anywhere else, which luckily she did. She sent me over to Markham Stouffville, and the plastic surgeon there saw me on the Friday, and then she did my surgery the very next week. So I was very grateful to her, and I still think she saved my life, to be honest. So I did have the wide excision margin with a skin graft because it was right just below my knee, which the skin is very tight there, not much give. So they did a skin graft, and they took out some nodes in my right groin, and just one of them was positive for melanoma. So then they kept tabs on me with the alternating PETs and CTs every 3 months. So luckily we haven't found anything worrisome of melanoma, but along the way, there were some things popping up on our scans that we got looked into, and turns out the mass that I had removed back in 2018 was actually thyroid cancer, so it was misdiagnosed. And something came up in my neck. We had it biopsied several times, and it just came back as thyroid tissue, not cancer. So, we kept asking for a second, a third opinion, and finally the third doctor, ENT surgeon who we came to, looked at my old slides from back in 2018, and that actually was thyroid cancer. So apparently it can be difficult to diagnose. And then another kind of area in my chest that was on the CT scans that we had looked at, and that turned out to be low-grade B-cell lymphoma. So it was kind of lucky that I was getting all these scans, because we were able to catch these other cancers that showed up. So that's basically it. And this brings me to now. I discovered that yoga is really helpful to me. I just really got into it about a year ago and decided that I want to study yoga and learn and use it for myself and to help others. And yeah, that's basically it. So I've prepared a beginner-friendly class. So I believe, can we just get started, Danielle? Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't go on mute again.
You should be good if anything happens. We're here to fix it quickly.
Flag me down. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So if you have a yoga mat, great. If not, just please come to, hopefully you have a non-slip floor you can be on. I have the first part of the class on a chair, but if you don't have a chair or you don't want to be on the chair, you can sit cross-legged on the floor, or any comfortable seat will do. You can be on your knees, sitting on your heels. So just gather your things. I also have some props, a whole bunch of props. So I have 2 blankets. One of them, if you want to gather your things, is folded in half, and then folded in half again, and then one more time. So this will be used for cushioning on your knees. If you have a second one, you can fold it in half and then roll it into this kind of burrito shape. So it will be used as a supportive roll. And then if you have a pillow or a long cushion of any sort, bolster, pillow, anything will do. Something kind of supportive but soft. And then a strap or a tie or a house coat wrap, anything like that. It's not necessary, so don't panic if you don't have it. It's just something we can add in. Okay, if you are wearing socks and you're okay to take them off, it will just help be grippy in some of our standing poses. And yeah, I believe that's all prop-wise. Give you another second to get organized. So while you're still getting organized, just to let you know, this is approximately a 45-minute practice involving mindful movement, some breathing, some moments of stillness as well. At the end, I'll do a short body scan. And the very last pose is Shavasana, where we lie still in silence and just kind of our body lies there and absorbs kind of what we did today. So it's a very important pose. So do your best to stay still. At the very end, I'll instruct you further once we get there. So this is a heart-centered class, focusing around the heart and opening up the chest. Through my healing, I've found that when I'm focusing on love and respect for myself and others, that I'm able to focus more on gratitude and being, grateful and compassionate, grateful for what I have and compassionate toward others. And that kind of lets me be in a better place emotionally and appreciate what I do have. So I've gone over the props. If anything feels uncomfortable or painful, please don't do that. Just be kind to your body. If something is uncomfortable, you can take kind of like a folded seat in your chair, or you can come down onto, if you're on your mat, you can come down into child's pose, For anyone who doesn't know, you can have your knees together, feet together, and fold over your legs. Or you can spread the knees wide and fold forward. You can even bring a blanket or the pillow here to rest your head on. So that's some options. You can also just sit mindfully and focus on your breath. So we will begin. So sitting in your chair, if that's where you are, or on the ground, feet about shoulder width or hip width apart, and press the feet into the floor, feeling the ground beneath your feet. Sitting your sit bones into the chair, feeling grounded by your seat, and feeling the spine grow tall, reaching the crown of your head towards the ceiling. See if you can notice the feeling of stacking each vertebrae on top of one another. Stacking your head over your heart and your heart over your hips, sitting up nice and tall. Roll the shoulder blades up and down your back, releasing any tension, feeling heavy in the elbows, drawing the shoulder down. Feel free to close your eyes if that feels good, or you can just soften your gaze down the tip of your nose. Bring your awareness to your breath. Begin to notice your body moving with the breath. Taking a few moments here to arrive to practice, taking a few moments of stillness before we begin to move. No need to change anything with the breath, just simply noticing. Notice how it feels to just sit and breathe and be still. Feel how your body moves on the inhale and moves with the exhale. Let's take 3 breaths together. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose again and release it out through the mouth. Make a sound. Last one, inhale and exhale. If your eyes are closed, please open them now, and we'll begin drawing small circles with our nose, inviting movement into our necks, into our bodies, being gentle with the movements, not taking anything too far. And we'll stop and start moving in the other direction. Continuing to breathe on your own here, just inviting gentle movements to our body. And coming back to center, bring your right ear to your right shoulder. If you like, you can bring your right hand up to your left ear and just ever so gentle pressure, not pulling down, just using the heaviness of the hand to draw the right ear down slightly. Feeling any tension in your left neck, release. Inhale. Releasing that, head comes to center. Left ear to left shoulder, sweep the left arm up to your right ear, and then gently drawing the left the left ear down, softening in the right neck. Releasing that, head comes back up. With the inhale, we bring our shoulders up to our ears. And exhale, rolling them back and down, finding spaciousness between your shoulders and your ears. Inhale, roll the shoulders up, squeezing them up. And exhale, heavy elbows. Let the shoulders roll down and back. Last one. Inhale, squeezing up. And exhale, releasing down. Moving into some seated cat-cow. You're going to inhale, bring your shoulders back and reaching your heart forward, gaze slightly up. And on the exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin in and tuck your tummy in, rounding forward. Inhale, you can slide your hands up your legs, squeezing the elbows back, heart reaches forward. And exhale, round through the back. Tuck your chin in and feeling a stretch in your back. Inhale, reach the heart forward. Last one. Inhale into your heart space. And exhale, roll. Roll the shoulders forward. Stretch through the back. Good. Coming back up to center. We're going to stretch out our side bodies here. Hands down by your side. Sweep the arms up on the inhale. Hands reach up overhead. Try to wiggle your sides up, reaching high for the ceiling, finding space there on your side. Right hand holds onto the left wrist. And on the exhale, gently lean over to the right. Pay attention to your left sitting bones. Keep that anchored on your seat. Inhale, reaching through the fingertips, stretching through your side. And exhale here. On the inhale, reaching the hands up. And then switch sides. Left hand holds right wrist. And exhale, leaning to the left. Keeping your heart from collapsing forward. Keeping your right shoulder back. One more breath here. Expand through the right side. And inhale, reaching up. And from here, we're going to twist to the right. So inhale. And exhale, turn your torso to the right, keeping your hips where they are. Left hand to the outside of your right knee here. Right arm can be on your low back or right hip, or even the back of your chair, depending where you are. Inhale here, feel the chest expand. And on the exhale, pull the tummy in, see if you can just twist a little deeper, being gentle. Inhale back to center, slowly taking your time. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead, and now we twist to the left, shining your heart to the left, right hand to the left knee, and left hand behind you. On the inhale, grow tall, reaching the crown of your head to the ceiling, and exhale, twist. Good, inhale slowly back to center. So let's walk our feet out slightly, wider than your hips. Point your toes out a little bit, and make sure your knees are in line with your toes, where they're pointing, so they're gently pressed out. We're going to inhale, sweep your arms up. Keep your core tight here so that your low back is protected. And on the exhale, we're going to cactus the arms. So this, bringing them to basically 90 degrees, pressing your elbows back, palms facing forward, and inhale, stretch your chest here. Stay here for the exhale, and now we'll move with one breath, one movement. Inhale, reach the arms up as we've been doing, and exhale, open through the chest. Inhale, reaching up, being present with every movement. Exhale, cactus the arms. Squeeze the shoulders back. Good. Inhale, reaching up, last one here. Cactus the arms, squeezing them back. And now bring your forearms together. Straighten your right arm and reach it over to the left, and use your left arm to, as like scooping it into your chest. And stay here for the stretch. You can walk your feet back to hip width apart. So when we breathe, our chest expands in all four directions, front, back, side to side. So here we're stretching kind of our back body here, our shoulders. We just want to open up through all areas of the rib cage to make more space. Inhale, release that slowly. Spread your arms nice and wide as if you're going to give someone a big hug. Reach and stretch. And exhale, crossing the left arm over across your chest, scooping the right arm up, and gently squeezing your right arm in towards you. Continue to breathe, sitting up nice and tall, grounding down through the feet. Good, and releasing that down. Coming into a seated cobra. So tuck your belly button into your spine to really firm up your abdomen so that it supports your low back, and the back bend comes from your upper spine. So if your chair doesn't have somewhere you can grab, you can hold onto your hips and squeeze your shoulders back, opening up through the chest, or you can grab onto the back of your chair. As you inhale, roll the shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades together as if you could hold a pencil in between them. Gaze slightly up and bring awareness to your heart. Continue to breathe here. Inhale, feel love radiating outward from your chest, from your heart center. And then on the exhale, release that. We'll move through a half-seated sun salutation here. So we sweep our arms up, listen closely. On the exhale, we can bring our hands together. We're gonna fold from the hips forward in between our legs. If you would like a little, to bring the ground closer to you, you can bring a blanket between your feet. So our hands are on the floor between our feet and our body folds forward. Listening to your body, do what feels good for you. Take a breath here, in and out. Let your head hang down, releasing tension from your neck. Take another breath here. Now plant the hands or fingertips on the ground and inhale, come only halfway up. Pull your heart forward, straightening through the back, gazing slightly forward, reaching the heart forward. And then exhale, fold down again, forward fold. And notice how you feel when you arrive here. Notice any sensations or emotions or memories that are present for you, and welcome them. And then bring your awareness back to your breath. Let your breath be your anchor for this practice. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale. And then slowly begin to guide your body up, slowly rolling up to stack your shoulders over your hips and let your head be the last thing that comes up. Great. We will move into some standing poses now, so feel free to stand up. I'm moving to the side of my chair. If you would like to have it here just for like a little support, or if you're near a wall, you could use that as well. We're gonna do a balancing pose called tree pose, but we'll begin in mountain pose, basic standing pose of yoga. It looks simple, but if you're fully aware of all the things happening in your body, then it's a bit more intricate. So feet hip width apart, really grounding down into your feet here. You can bend your knees to kind of feel into the pose. Now coming up through the top front of your body, lifting your kneecaps, engaging your quads here. Pulling that belly button in towards your spine, strong core. Chest reaches up and forward. Collarbones lift slightly, and hands come to your side, palms forward. Heart is open and shoulders are down. Mountain pose. Breathe steady here. And bring your hands here to heart center, and this is Anjali Mudra. It's a gesture to honor and celebrate this moment here with your hands, your thumbs by your chest here. Find a small opening in between your palms, symbolizing the opening up of the heart and connecting to yourself here. You can find a point to gaze at called a drishti, a one-pointed awareness where you can focus on something that doesn't move, maybe on the wall in front of you, and allow all distractions to drift away here. Continue to breathe steady and smooth. And you can release your hands, moving into tree pose. So shift your weight onto your left foot, spread your toes, and come up onto the ball of your right foot. Slide your right heel over your left foot and let your right knee fall out to the side. This is a great place to be. If you want to a little bit more, you can slide your right foot up to the left lower shin, just not on your knee, please. and your right knee falls out to the side. Squeeze your left hip in to keep everything nice and firm so we're not sagging out to the side. If you want a bit more, sliding your right foot all the way up to the inner part of your left thigh, right, left, and then squeezing your hips. You can balance with the chair. You can bring your hands to heart center and roll your shoulders down, just noticing small, subtle movements that your body is making to keep you balanced here in tree pose. If you become unbalanced, that's totally fine and normal. Try not to judge yourself, just being present in this moment. And you can release slowly the right foot down, doing the same thing on the other side. Bringing awareness to your right foot, spread the toes wide, and turn on the left ball of your foot, sliding the left heel onto the right top of the foot. Standing nice and tall, you can slide your left foot up to the right shin, or you can bring it all the way up, testing your balance here. Press the foot into the thigh and the thigh into the foot, squeezing that right hip. Hands at the hips, hands anywhere that feels good for you. Hands at heart center. Even you can raise them over your head. Feeling strong and sturdy, but flexible here. Correcting your balance at any time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good, and releasing that pose there, tree pose. So very good. So if you have the chair, we're going to use it to assist us in a few standing pose and one kneeling pose. So here's where if you have this blanket, it's great for support of your knee. Just place it a couple feet behind your chair, please. If you don't want to use the chair, you don't have to. I just find it helpful to get into some of the, we're going to do a lunge and a low lunge here. So facing the chair with the seat of the chair in front of you, we'll do that same sun salutation we did earlier, just standing. So please feel free to give a generous bend in your knees. Your knees do not need to be straight for this at all. Feet shoulder width apart, grounding down through the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, gazing up, reaching up high. And exhale, bring the hands together, hold at the hips, bending the knees, folding. You can bring your hands to the chair or hands to the floor. Relaxing the neck, crown of the head reaching for the chair or the mat or the ground. Plant the hands on the chair. Do that halfway lift. Inhale, reaching the heart forward. Your upper body is straight. And now ground down through the right foot. Shift your weight to your right foot and step your left foot back. Okay, check your feet. See that they are parallel to each other, that they're not in the same line. So you're kind of on railroad tracks here. So you're on the ball of the back foot, pressing down through that right foot, keeping your right knee over your right heel. Pull the heart forward, squeezing the shoulder blades behind you. You can stay here or press down through that right foot and airplane your arms back, palms facing the ground, reaching your heart forward. Strong through the legs. Continue to breathe steady. Good, and now release your hands to the chair. If you want some support, you're going to bring your left knee down to that blanket underneath your left knee for support. Untuck your left toes. For this low lunge, Anjaneyasana, pressing down into both feet, squeezing your hips towards your midline, imagining there's a line running straight through your middle between your legs. Squeezing them in, strong, sturdy legs. You can stay here in your low lunge, squeezing the shoulders back. If you have your strap handy, you can take them. If not, no big deal. You can bring your hands behind you. You can grasp opposite elbows. Or as I said, here with your hands on your hips is great too. Squeezing your shoulders behind. If you do want to try out the belt, and please make sure that your tummy is belly button drawn in here. Bringing the belt behind you in your right hand, bringing it behind you and finding it with your left hand. Straightening your arms and pulling the right hand to the right and the left hand to the left, giving tension in the strap here. Squeezing the shoulders behind you and opening up through the chest. Feeling your heart opening to receive love and give out love. Deep breath in here and exhale. Good, release the strap. Using the chair, we can tuck the left toes underneath, ground down to the right foot, coming back up into that lunge pose, and then stepping the left foot forward. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay, keeping your shoulder blades back, shifting the weight into the left foot, step the right foot back onto the ball of your toes, reaching the right heel back. This leg, the back leg, is nice and strong. Pressing down through the left foot, left knee over left heel. Reach the heart forward. Strong core here as well. If you'd like, you can airplane your arms back, reaching the fingertips back, palms facing down, heart open. Breathing steady. Good. Hands can come back to your chair and slowly release your right foot down for your low lunge. Okay, letting the pelvis move forward to a degree that feels comfortable for you. Untuck your back toes and press that back foot into the ground and press down through that left heel. Okay, you can bring, again, your hands here are fine as long as your chest is up and your shoulders are back. And then your hands here at your hips. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath in. Find that focus point again, your gaze, to help you stay balanced. Squeezing your legs together and into the ground. If you want to take the strap again behind you, feel free to do so. Get a bit more open through the chest. I will just stay here for now. This is a good heart opener as well. One more breath. Great. Bringing the hands forward, we tuck our back toe, pressing up into that lunge, and then stepping forward. And let's go into a forward fold here at the top, or by our chair, folding forward, releasing through the back and the neck, keeping a bend in your knees, and then we slowly rolling up. Let your chin be the last thing to come up. Good, we'll do one more standing pose. We can remove the blanket here, just pop it on your chair anywhere that feels right. So with feet shoulder width apart or hip width apart, move the weight into your left foot and then step your right foot back about 3 feet, but really any degree is fine. We can really make it work. Again, please make sure your feet are about hip width apart in your space. So left foot to the left, right foot to the right. Because we're going to shift our pelvis to face forward-ish, it doesn't have to be perfectly square, but put your hands on your hips here and then guide your left hip back and your right hip forward. Just being gentle here. Back leg is nice and strong. And then on the inhale, grow your spine nice and tall. And exhale, we bend into our front leg. This is warrior one. Keeping your tummy tight. You might even want to kind of, if you imagine you had a tail, tuck your tail underneath you slightly so that we're not getting this this kind of curve in your low back. Everything, our center is nice and tight. So left knee over left heel. And we can stand with our hands on our hips, opening our chest, or staying in this position. Inhale, reaching your hands up. And we'll do 2 rounds of cactus arms here. Exhaling, opening the chest, squeezing our elbows back. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, relaxing the shoulders, but squeezing them back, opening the chest. Okay, hands back to hips. Kind of come up on that back foot and step it forward. We'll do the other side, warrior one. Shifting the weight into your right foot. Step the left foot back. 3 feet or so, whatever kind of feels good for you. Left toes pointed out slightly to the left. Firm back leg, pressing both feet into the ground. Your core is nice and tight, maybe tucking your tailbone slightly under. Inhale, growing tall, collarbones lift up, and then exhale, bending into the knee. Again, right knee over right ankle. It's a theme for our standing poses. Inhale and grow tall. Exhale and squeeze the shoulders back. Good. Guide your right hip back a little bit if your hips are not quite square. Left hip slightly forward. Good. Pressing down, grounding down through both feet. And if you'd like, you can inhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky, gazing up. And exhale, cactus the arms. Palms facing forward. Gazing up, feeling openness through the chest. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, cactus the arms. Awesome. Bring your arms together. Hands to the hips. Come up on the back foot and step it forward. Awesome. So we will now move on to the floor. You can set the chair aside. If you have this folded blanket, it's nice for our next pose. If not, it's not totally necessary. So bring your folded blanket to the mat. Lie down, please, on your tummies. And you can aim your pelvis for the blanket. Coming onto our forearms. If you have, if you'd like some extra support, you can bring a folded up, or the roll that we did at the beginning, underneath kind of where your lower ribs are for a little bit of added lift here. Okay, not necessary, depends on how you feel. Tops of the feet on the mat, stretch all 10 toes back, press down through the feet. Elbows underneath your shoulders, and your forearms and hands are parallel with each other if possible. If that's not possible, you can bring your hands together and interlace them, if that's better. Otherwise, palms facing down. Press your pelvis down into the mat. Again, engage your core here to protect your low back. And we want to pull our hearts forward. So imagine you are, press down into the mat with your hands, and then imagine pulling your elbows towards you, but not actually moving them. Getting a nice stretch across the collarbones, drawing your heart forward. Imagine you're shining a loving light on the wall in front of you. Keeping the neck nice and long, 2 more breaths. Last one. Good. Okay, release that. And press back up. We're going to take a nice restorative child's pose. If being on the mat, if you don't want to be on the mat for this, you can sit in the chair and fold forward. Otherwise, if you have your pillow here, just bring that in front of you. You can even pile a blanket on top of that. All the cushioning right here. Spread the knees wide and toes together and sit back on your heels. If that's not feeling too good, you can also put some cushioning back here to lift your hips up a little bit. Pulling the bolster in between your legs and folding forward onto your bolster. If you need a bit more support, pile up the props. Blankets here to bring this up towards you. So releasing the hands around the support and rest your head to one side. Completely relaxing into your support. Allow your body to accept the support of the blankets, the cushions, whatever you're using. Breathe into your back body here. Feel your rib cage expand with the inhale and release on the exhale. Releasing through the low back here. And allow the shoulders to melt away from the cheeks, your face. Let's move your head to the other side here, evening it out. Good, and slowly, no rush, just coming on up. You can move the cushions off to the side and come down onto your back, please. You may, if you'd like, you can always lie on a blanket for a bit of support. Just slowly taking your time, coming down onto your back. And we're going to hug our knees into our chest. Okay, they don't have to come very far. If it looks like this, that's totally fine. Just embracing your legs with your arms. Maybe you can rock a little bit side to side, giving your low back a bit of a massage, a bit of love. And then simply thank your body for coming to practice today. Thanking your body for everything it does for you. Beginning to slow down. You can release your left leg long. Keep your right knee hugged in. If you want to move one of your props, a blanket or a pillow here by your left side, bring your left hand to the outside of your right leg for a twist. So bring your left knee over to the side. The knee does not need to go anywhere near the floor. Just getting a little twist across the right side of your body. Just feeling some support from the cushion and gazing over to the right side of yourself, away from your bent leg. Feel your chest rise and fall with the breath. Try to let go of that top leg there, let go of any holding. Bring the knee back up, foot to the floor. You can move your cushion to the other side if you used it and felt it was helpful on this side. Extending your right leg long and hugging in your left knee here. Twist the knee over to the right side of your body, gently holding on to your your left knee, and extending the left hand out to the side. Gazing over to the left hand. Release as much doing as you can here. Noticing any differences from side to side. Did you feel more tight on one side, more uncomfortable on one side? Just noticing though, not judging. Good, and releasing that back down. Feet to the floor. And now prepare for our very last pose. I gotta turn myself around, but bringing your feet facing the chair. So we'll use the chair for this last one. If it's not comfortable for you, I will provide another option. Now, if your chair has a back and not this hole here, you'll probably want to turn your chair to the side. We're going to be lying our calves over this chair here, from our knees down to our feet. So let's move our left side to the chair on our bums, sitting beside it here. So picture we're going to be lying our body back and then pivoting on our bums and putting our calves on the chair. If you're not into this, you can also do legs up the wall pose, similar style, or I will provide another option. But pivoting on your bum, using your hands behind you for support, rolling your body down, and then completely relaxing your upper body here. Your hands can come out into that cactus position for a bit of a heart opener to end. If this is not comfortable, please remove the chair, and then you can bring one blanket to your head area with a small roll on this blanket for a little cushion for your neck, and then you can bring your pillow or rolled up blanket underneath your knees. This is also a nice way to rest, like so. Okay, so however you feel most comfortable, if neither of these are working, you can totally just lie down on your back with your hands relaxed by your sides, palms facing up, feet relaxed. Getting comfortable here. I will guide you through a short full body relaxation, and then after that there will be a 2-minute shavasana where we will be still and silent in the same position. So I will let you know when that time is up. So please do your best to stay there after this relaxation. So in this position, allow the eyes to soften, or maybe close your eyes completely. Breathe naturally, smoothly, and gently through your nose if possible. Gently rock your head from side to side, and then find a natural center for your head. Allow your body to relax into the support beneath you. Allow the entire back of the body to feel at ease. Feel your body relax. Swallow and relax your lower jaw. Allow space between your back teeth. Let your cheeks feel hollow and loose. Allow the tongue to be relaxed in your mouth. Relax the skin around your eyes and your eyebrows. Feel the back of the skull on the ground or blanket beneath you. And allow the neck to completely let go of any tension. Feel your right and left arms being pulled toward the ground, surrendering to the pull of gravity. With this pulling down of the arms, feel expansive across your chest, an opening of your heart space, and growing capacity for self-love. Allow the fingers to curl in and the wrists to soften. Feel the back of the chest and upper back against the ground. Notice how the breath is smooth and gentle, and notice the chest moving with the breath. Notice your heart in this space and feel it pumping fresh oxygenated blood to your body. Feel how you have created more space for the heart to beat, and notice gratitude for every beat. Bring your attention to your abdomen. Relax and release your core and allow your belly to rise and fall with the breath. Notice your hips and pelvis. Allow them to feel heavy yet supported by the earth. Relax the head of your thigh bone in your hip socket and let the legs completely relax. Maybe your toes even fall out slightly to the sides. Relax your calves into the support beneath you. Feel soft, supported, and safe. Bring your awareness to your ankles, relaxing your ankle joint and allowing the feet and toes to completely relax, giving up any holding or doing. Do a brief scan of your body, finding any areas remaining with residual tension and allowing those areas to completely let go. Please rest here for the remainder of Shavasana and see what stillness offers you today. slowly bring your awareness back to your breath, back to your body and the room that you're in. Invite small movements into your hands and your toes. Maybe blink the eyes open if they were closed. Taking your time, slowly rolling over onto one side, removing your legs from the chair if you were using the chair. Rest on your side for just a moment, getting back into your surroundings, and then gently rolling up into any comfortable seat for you. And I really hope that this practice made you feel empowered and opening up to your loving capacity for yourself. And I truly hope that it can help you along your healing journey, or someone you love dealing with melanoma, or anything where yoga can be helpful. And thank you so much for having me and practicing with me today. And I have to say namaste. Namaste. All good.
Thank you so much for that, Tara. Thank you for sharing your story and for leading us in that amazing session.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, everybody.
All right, we will now be moving into our somatic healing movements and series with Ty. So I will pass this on to you, Ty.
Hey, so hi everyone. So wonderful to be here with all of you virtually. Thank you for having me, and thank you for being willing to not only come into this space, but also honor yourself and honor your body by doing some self-care. Okay? Something we definitely all need a lot more of during these times and any time. Most of you are probably like, what is somatic healing? What are we going to be doing? And what's going on? So with somatic healing, it's really a combination of a restorative practice with some CBT, some DBT, and tying it all in with a deeper connection with ourselves.
Ty, sorry to interrupt you. Your video is off.
Oh. How about now? How about now?
Yep, perfect. There you go.
Yeah, okay. Awesome, thank you. I think maybe when I click share, it shut off the video. No worries. So again, our somatic practice is really a combination of restorative yoga. There's a lot of breathing exercises that we're going to be flowing through over the next little bit. And again, it's really about us taking time to be with ourselves and feel ourselves. One of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to what is trauma is that it's about the event that occurred. And that has nothing to do with trauma. Trauma is internal. Trauma is in relation to your own internal resources as well as the resources around you. So two people with different resources within and without experiencing the same thing will have very different outcomes. One may end up being traumatized by a particular event, and another person may get stressed, but it doesn't land in their body that same way. Now, there's no right or wrong. It's just about what our body does to help us cope and manage. And honestly, in the last 2 years, if you weren't traumatized before, just everything that we're collectively going through together has put us in that state of being traumatized, has put us in that state of what we call in the yoga community a root chakra crisis. Now, the root chakra is all the way down right where the tailbone is in the coccyx. And it's our sense of security, our sense of safety, knowing that we can walk outside and be ourselves, a sense of freedom, a sense of knowing ourselves within this world. And that's definitely been shaken up in the last little bit. Honor that and know that whenever your body needs to rest, it's okay to give it that rest. You deserve that rest just for being who you are. Okay? We're going to start off with a gentle breathing exercise. But I want you to be as comfortable as possible. So you notice I'm already on the bed. So if you are not on your bed, take your camera with you and find yourself in bed. Okay? So I have 4 pillows with me and a blanket. We're going to be using all of these in different ways. So right now I'm going to leave 2 of them to lean my spine onto. And then I'm going to grab another 2, place them out to the side, and bring my spine onto the blanket, onto the pillows, and have my feet rolled over that set of 2 pillows. Okay? And yes, get your blanket, cover yourself. Notice I still have my socks. Yeah. Okay. And wiggle around a little bit until you find that perfect position for you, right? Where the legs can relax side by side, where the sacrum is supported, where the shoulders naturally fall, right? There's no tension in the body. And close your eyes. For the first few breaths, we're just going to notice ourselves. With the eyes closed, can you still get a sense of where you are in the room that you are in? Can you actually feel where the air around you stops and you begin? And if you were to take a bird's eye view of your body right now, would it look relaxed? Would it look as if you're in ease? And if not, make those micro adjustments to get yourself there. Connect with the weight of your spine and torso on the pillow. Feel your thighs and your calves as they get heavier and heavier. And without changing it, just notice your breath. Notice if the breath stays within your chest. And try to invite it down to your belly. you draw your next inhale, feel the breath pull into the nose, down your throat, past your heart, and into your belly. On the exhale, the breath leaves the belly, travels up the heart, through the throat, and out of the nose. And again, you inhale, feeling throat, heart, belly. Exhale, belly, heart, throat. Again, throat, heart, belly, belly, heart, throat. Keep marking these points as you cycle through your breath, all on your own. As you rest here, as you breathe, bring to mind the last time that you felt joy. And it doesn't have to be anything big. Be getting your favorite coffee, getting the perfect outfit, meal, connection with someone. Whatever it is, bring that story to mind. And if I were to ask you, where do you feel joy within your own body? What area is that emotion concentrated? Can you feel joy in your heart? Is it in your shoulders? Is it behind your smile? wherever you feel it, pay close attention to that body part. Let joy fill you. And then let it go. Let it dissipate with every exhale. And then find your throat, heart, belly, belly, heart, throat. And cycle through your breath. And wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingertips, and maybe add some movement to the arms and legs. Let yourself sit slowly. And we're going to bring 2 pillows to our left hip. And on the left hip, as close as we can to those pillows, I'll recommend grabbing one more pillow and placing it between the legs. Knees are facing out to the right. You're going to bring your left arm and right arm to opposite ends of the pillow. And when you're ready, offer your heart all the way down. Make sure you're fully supported. And your blanket is there. Use it. And close the eyes. And this time, no breathing instructions. Just let go of your body. Work on letting go of the legs, letting go of the shoulders. And get your entire body to completely turn off. There's no active holding here. Just release. What's wonderful about this pose is we've now taken our heart and aimed it back into the earth. The earth, we forget, is our earliest mother. She feeds us, offers nourishment, supports us, provides. And often when you spend time with her, her air, her water, her trees, her mountains, her creatures, you can come back to a place of joy and peace. But it's when we anchor ourselves with her, full heart to the earth, bare feet on grass and soil, we can allow an exchange of energy with her. So as you're resting here, take extra note of how your heart feels. As you inhale, push yourself up. On the exhale, switch sides so that the right hip comes down. And fall into the twist as soon as you can. Often we're afraid to let go of our own pain because what's known still feels safer than what isn't. We can think that if we let go, if we release, there's nothing there to catch us. But how many times in your life has that been proven to not be the case? How many times have you been able to lift yourself? And so what if you let go just for a few breaths right now? Let go of anything you're holding on to. Let go of the jaw, let go of the shoulders. Get heavier into the pillows in your bed. And just be here for a few moments. Make our way back up. Maybe hug in the knees. And let your head release down. And let go. Let's have one pillow. You'll want to use the full length of your bed if you can. One pillow under the knee. And open your feet out comically wide. Like take up as much space as you possibly can. And one pillow for the head. And then one pillow to either side of your body. And you want to give yourself enough room that you can just have the pillows right on top. So they're holding your arms down. And use the blanket, and if you have a way to close some light in the room, I would suggest doing that. And we'll share in a 3-3-3 breath. So together we'll inhale through our nose for a count of 3, 2, 1, and then hold your breath for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, hold 3, exhale 3, inhale, hold, exhale. Do 3 more on your own. Now let yourself breathe naturally. For just a little bit, there's nowhere to go, nothing to do. Just simply be with your body. And if you can, take your attention to your palms. And without moving them, notice how just paying attention to them woke them up. And if you offer stillness throughout the body, you'll begin to feel your heartbeat in your palm. Invite movement back into your body. Let yourself stretch. Maybe the arms go up. Pose point. And roll to one side. And push and lift yourself up. And take a comfortable seat. And you can use the pillow to support them in here. We'll take our right hand to our heart. If you can get some skin to skin, I recommend it. And then left palm on belly. Tucking your chin. Soften your jaw. One of my favorite Rumi quotes is, your job is not to seek out love, but instead break down the barriers that you've built within yourself that stop you. Everything you need is already within you. So for those of you in this virtual space today, remember how beautiful you are, how worthy you are, how powerful you are. You deserve every bit of happiness. May the rest of your week be filled with ease. May it be filled with peace. And may you honor yourself in all the choices you make. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Namaste.
Thank you so much for that, Ty. I feel relaxed and ready for bed. Thank you all so much for attending and for participating, and a special thanks to our facilitators, Tara and Ty.